I'm Joe Zekas. I'm from YoChicago. I'm sitting here with Garry and Christine from Garrison Partners. So,
well, my name is Garry Benson, and I'm the founder of Garrison Partners, which is a national sales and marketing organization.
My name is Christine Lutz. I'm Senior Vice President of Garrison Partners.
how does a buyer overcome that fear of investment value depreciating? What do they need to say to themselves to get past it, or should they just sit it out for a while?
Well, you know, you're talking to somebody who's
In the business of selling homes. We know that.
Selling homes. So,
we know
and
that.
my standard response to that is, you know, yesterday was a better day to buy a home. 2 days ago was even better than that. And today is a fine day to buy a home. So, from that standpoint, I think that you have to put it in perspective. It's a little bit like I had a friend once tell me about how pleased he was with the appreciation on his wife's wedding ring. And I said, well, let me understand this. What manner does it really? What does it really matter? Because you're not going to get it back under any circumstances, and you're not going to be selling it. So,
Well, if you're a long-term, if you think that you're going to be in the home for, you know, a year, 2 years, it seems to make sense. What may not make as much sense, and you would only be using this for tax reasons, is to go into a short-term deal at this point. I think that patience is the key when you're buying a home, that you're going to be buying it at a particular price. If you plan on being there for a couple of years, I mean, it makes perfect sense to be buying today. It actually makes a lot more sense than in a much larger appreciating market, because I think that people can cut pretty good deals at this point.
I'm sold. Where am I going to find the best deals, and what part of the city, and what kind of product?
Actually, I think that what's the most important thing to do is to pick the location that it speaks to you, and pick a location that speaks to others as well. That's the, you know, I mean, it's still the same.
Location.
It's still the same old adage. The best deals to buy are in the best locations. You're seeing
Some examples. What are the best locations?
well, Millennium Park right now has obviously been very successful, and it's the Millennium Factor has had some impact on some new residential offerings on that end of town. South Loop continues to be the fastest selling community in Chicago and the highest volume.
South Loop is exactly where people are afraid of overbuilding.
You know, it's creating a new environment, a new neighborhood, and people are still willing to be part of that and want to be part of that. I mean, you can't find the location on the North Shore. There's nothing like it, or there's not enough land available in order to have that concentration of new homes in anywhere on the north side. You know, being close to marinas and the Museum Park campus and the, you know, Soldier Field, there's just, you can't get that anywhere else. So, I mean, I think that that's going to continue to be pretty strong.
Are there any emerging neighborhoods that you see that haven't had as much focus as the South Loop? And by the way, before we go there are actually very few completed homes available for sale, ready to deliver in the South Loop. Are there not?
Most of it's under construction. We actually are representing Chess Lofts, which is the old Chess record company in the South Loop on Prairie, and there's a community that has sold about 80% of its product before we started deliveries, and we just started deliveries right now. So our sales office is going to be moving into the building with a new model just in a couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. The answer to your question is, where is the best time? Historically, in reference to new development, the best time is at the very beginning or the very end. In the beginning, you have a little more risk, but you have the upside appreciation, especially over the course of several years to build a high-rise. At the end, you have a greater sense of clarity in terms of where the values are, and you have a more motivated seller because he's looking to sell out the inventory that he has. But your point earlier, Joe, about how much inventory is out there, there's very little. I think there's less than 5% standing inventory, which is what makes Chicago such a strong market. Chicago never really has experienced the super highs and super lows that the coastal cities have experienced. And that's the good foundation of the value of the homes.